Great cities are often known for their landmarks, but not all landmarks are found in history books or denoted by plaques. Indeed, the most important landmarks are often those that spring naturally from the communities they call home. This is the story of one landmark giving life to another. Embedded in the center of downtown is one of Long Beach's most important and beautiful cultural sites, the magnificent sanctuary and towering campanile of the First Congregational Church. Dedicated in 1914 in the center of a large swath of land deeded by the Bixby family to become the downtown corridor, the First Congregational Church is both geographically and historically at the heart of Long Beach. As Margaret Bixby said, the church was designed for worship but built for service. A fitting dedication for what was becoming one of Southern California's most diverse, vibrant, and progressive cities. In the 1920s, when most churches were strongly segregated, First Church was inviting the all-black gospel choir from Fisk University to sing in its sanctuary, an indicator of the commitment to both progressive ideals and musical pedigree, which would flourish throughout the ensuing century with an array of concerts and performances. As the city grew and developed, First Church would come to represent and reflect the surrounding community, with all walks of life and inclusive of every race, gender, and persuasion, well-heeled from a rich pedigree of artistic excellence, deep in the fabric of the city. First Church was becoming more than just a beautiful building. It was a community landmark in the heart of Long Beach. In the 2010s, nearly 100 years after the church's founding, its foundation of excellence had become a focal point for local talent. Taking root in the church's vibrant choral ensemble, a dynamic array of artists found themselves singing side by side. Rehearsals led to long conversations which unearthed common backgrounds and shared artistic visions. As this group took in the room, they came to the realization that there was something special in the air. Something that they wanted to share by putting on a show. The group set out to create an environment where artists could be nurtured and empowered. With a generosity of spirit and an encouraging and strengthening culture, they invited audiences into their creation, a completely new musical event called Postcards from Paradise, which they created to celebrate First Church's upcoming centennial. Our band of artists did not have high expectations, but the community embraced their commitment to substantive work and homegrown creativity in ways they never anticipated. With audiences packed to the balcony, the performance was met with boisterous standing ovations. The seed of a theater ensemble had found its voice. For its next endeavor, the group mounted its first fully realized musical theater production, the Tony-winning Broadway musical Titanic. With a cast of over 40 and a 13-piece orchestra, the performance packed the houses and left the creators and audiences alike hungry for more. Over the next few years, the ensemble would flourish and new productions burst forth, filling the remarkable sanctuary of First Church with ever more accomplished productions. Each production raised the bar for all the production values, from professional sound and lighting to gorgeous costumes and sets, all delivered with remarkable vocal prowess, lush orchestration, and what was becoming the hallmark of the ensemble: heart.
I want Beth back! I should have never have gone to New York! Hello, welcome.
When March of 2020 arrived, the fledgling venture had become a company. With the announcement of a spring show, auditions were just around the corner when the world shut down. The last few years have hit businesses hard, but none have been as truly devastated as the live theater. With many months with no real path towards mounting a viable production, the leadership team has taken the time to reflect, to look deeply at what makes our heart beat, and examine the possibilities for the road ahead. In the midst of this time, the world has grappled with a social justice awakening. Our city has struggled. Our neighborhood has seen protests and violence. Our theatrical community has also had an awakening. And our identities and what we stand for have been challenged. As we have looked inward and asked the question, Who are we? A time of reflection has turned to a time of illumination.
We are founded in excellence.
Bursting with talent and abundant with energy.
We make theater to knock your socks off.
We are not just in one of the most vibrant and diverse cities in the world. We are made up of its people and its stories.
At the cornerstone of our community, we make theater that matters.
We are built for service and to amplify social justice.
We are listening, and we are present.
And we are still forming.
We are Landmark, theater from the heart of Long Beach.